Hello everyone, I'm Paul and today we're solving problem 1394, find lucky integer in an array. This is easy and here we show you how to solve this efficiently. So let's start. For this one we are given an integer array and we need to return the largest lucky integer. Now a lucky integer is an integer that has a frequency in the array equal to its value. And if there is no lucky integer, we need to return -1. Let's say we're given this array. First, we need to store the frequency of each element in the array in some data structure. And more specifically, here we can use something called frequency map. So let's see how this works. We need to iterate this array from left to right from index 0. So we will have an I pointer, which is initially at index 0. And each time we will add the current value to our frequency map. So first we have a 1 and right now the frequency map is empty. So we need to add 1 as a key and the value for this will be 1. Meaning up to this moment we have seen the 1 only one time. Next we have a 2, so we add to the map 2 as a key with a count of 1. Meaning we have seen the 2 one time only up to this point. Here we have another 2, so now we need to update the corresponding count in our map. We need to replace this with a 2, meaning up to this point we have seen the 2 times. Next we have a 3, so we add to the map 3 with a count of 1. Here we have another 3, so we replace this with 2. Now we have 2 3s. Finally we have another 3, so now we have seen 3 3s. So this is our final frequency map and now we can iterate these keys one by one. So we start from here and first we need to check if the current key equals to the corresponding value for that key. In this case 1 equals 1. In this case we can replace the result with the maximum value among the result and the current value, in this case 1. And the maximum between 1 and -1 is 1, so we need to update this and now the result is 1. Now we're here and we're checking if 2 equals 2 and it does. So now we need to check if 2 is greater than 1 and it is, so we replace this with 2. Finally we are here and we need to check if 3 equals 3 and these values are equal, so now we check if 3 is greater than our current result and it is, so we replace this with 3. Now we have seen the entire frequency map, so we can return the result, which is 3. Time and space complexity for this approach will be big O of n because we need to iterate this and we need to build this frequency map. So now let's go with the code and hopefully you will get the idea. First we need to build the frequency map, so we will call this map and this is a default dictionary and we will set a default value of 0 for every key, meaning here we need to use the word int. Now we need to fill this frequency map, so for every value in the array map at the corresponding value plus equal 1. And now we can say result is -1 and finally we will return this result. And here in between we need to iterate the elements in the map. So for every key in map, if map at the current key equals key, result equals the maximum among the result and map at key. So this is it for the code. Now let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe and see you in the next one. Bye bye.